Hey, everybody. What is going on? Luke, Soapy, Mick. Mick, there's a drink. There's 2 drinks in there for you. Mick, you're moving to Canada? Come on up. You'll love it. Vo, we got another Lightning supporter. What is going on? Well, this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. That's for sure. Joe, you're in at the beginning. What's going on, my guy? Who you cheering for? Tampa because they beat the Leafs, or the Avs because Tampa beat the Leafs? Leo, welcome back. I can spell swear. Nice, Mick. What do you need the VPN on for? Is that how you get streams? Big Dirty Newfie. What's going on, man? Six years old since they've been to the finals. Ah, so you're a childhood Avs fan. I see. What's up, Zach? Welcome, everybody. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Hey, Mark. Welcome. Glad you're new. That's awesome. Always getting a new person here in the stream. Have you seen any of our videos before? Santiago says, go Bolts. He's got that Lightning feeling. Joe's a diehard Leafs fan, one of the first guys ever on the channel. Says he's a Bolts guy. Likes how they're built. Yeah, there's an odd number of people rooting for Tampa, Soapy. Pierre, neutral fan. Impress me. I like it. Gary's here, team. He'll be moderating for us. If you need anything and I miss it in the chat, let Gary know as well. We got 21 concurrent viewers on already. That's pretty cool. Soapy says he likes the underdogs. That's fair. Mark, that's awesome. I'm glad you saw a little bit of the last couple videos. So you let me know if there's anything you need on here. You can literally ask any hockey question. I'll have an answer. It may not be the right answer, but I'll have an answer. Zachary's here. He's a diehard Habs fan. Thanks for watching all my content, Zach. I really appreciate it. I work really, really hard on it. I'm exhausted. Guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this entire series. I think this is absolutely best on best right now. And then after this series, I'm going to go to bed for 2 weeks. If you guys notice any of the Leafs there, you get that as a member on the channel. So blue just means you've been here a couple days longer than green. You know, Mick, I picked the Bolts coming into this, but every day I start regretting that pick. What's up, Scotty? Every day I feel like, man, I should have picked the Avs. They're so good. The Avs are so good. But that goaltending for Vasilevsky, if you guys have been on this channel for a minute, you'll know I believe in goalies and boring defensive hockey. But man, are the Avs good. Going on, Lance? Thanks for jumping in, buddy. What's everyone think? What are you thinking? 4 games, 5 games? Everyone's got 6 or 7, I'm guessing. But does anyone have the sweep or 5? Yeah, it's so hard to bet against Vasi until it's not Vasi, right? I don't know what Vasi does in the playoffs, Mick. You're right. He isn't human. I really haven't seen a team load manage themselves in the regular season like the Bolts. Usually you got to be really hot heading into the playoffs. The Bolts just don't do that. They just do whatever they want in the regular season. Then they're a totally different team in the playoffs. That is very rare. extremely rare. Like any players that I had that thought they could do that, I'm like, you can't do that. Scotty's got 6 games. Richard's got Tampa in 6. Welcome, Richard. Ark is here for a few minutes. What's up, Tyler? Soapy thought I was going to pick the Avs. I was close to picking the Avs. What tipped me over was no Girard, Kadri with a broken thumb, Point coming back, and Vasi. That's really where it ended up going. Vasi is an absolute brick wall, Zach. Mixes no more sweeps in 2022. There's a lot of sweeps this year. There's not a lot of sweeps going. Gary Batman Oilers edition. You guys want to get in on the inside jokes, join the Discord. The Newfie's got Avs in 5. Emma's a good pick, my Newfie friend. Zach's nervous as hell. He says, go Bolts. Scotty agrees. Point and Vasi. A Habs and a Pens fan. Interesting combination. You picked 2 in the East. Pete S is saying the sweep. He's calling the sweep. I love it. Hey, Lockwood 27. This is going to be a dogfight for sure. I think this should be one of the best series we've seen in quite some time. There's no Cinderella story here. So when we had the Habs, and I'm sorry, I'm not ripping on the Habs. They're a Cinderella story last year. That's what they were. Price was on a great run. Dallas was on a Cinderella story, but I think we're getting best on best right now. I think the Leafs would have been good. Panthers would have been good, but like the Bolts are one of the best as well. We definitely got the best from the West. There's no question. The Boulin Wall. Lance, everyone's excited for your Boulin story again. Part 2. What's up, Noah? Yeah, it's for sure a lot higher tension than most previous years. I fully agree because it's actually 2 very dominant teams. I think the difference here is that the Avs, they're just a juggernaut in terms of team and scoring. And I think they're better than the Bolts, but their goalie isn't better than the Bolts. And the Bolts have a better team than anybody that's played the Avs. So you add goalie, you had slightly better team. Bolts could be trouble for them. Hey, Gus. Not much. Sitting downstairs in my basement watching hockey, hanging with all you folks. It's actually a kind of nice day in Winnipeg. We're getting like no summer. It's June 15th. It's behaving like it's May 15th based on the weather. Scotty says, Vasi, mic drop. There's been a severe lack of overtime this playoffs. I remember, oh gosh, it feels like, and maybe I got to look up the stats. Someone who want to look up the stats, you let me know. But it feels like it's always a lot of overtime in the playoffs, and there really hasn't been much to speak of. And when there was overtime, it was over fast. Hey, Tiger, what's going on? Noah says the Avs are at a disadvantage in goaltending. Yeah, I mean, if Kemper can't recover what he had in the regular season, it could be a short series. I really thought Kemper was dust in every game he's played in the playoffs. Like, just not great. Weak glove hand. Going on, Jake? Did you come in here just to promote a different watch party? Denver Avalanche watch along party? It's going to be a hell of a ride. No. I thought DNVR was something else, but that is just Denver. That's my Canadian coming through that I couldn't shorten that up fast enough. Scotty, my pool was 92 Fahrenheit today. Jeez. No heater on it, just a regular 92. I used to keep my pool at 92. If the Cirelli line shuts down the McKinnon line, that's massive because Makar is likely going to shut down the Stamkos line. Now you're in a battle of line 3s. Because line 2 ends up neutralizing line 1, and now you're in a battle of line 3s. That's a hell of a battle because that Comfier line versus the Nick Paul line is going to be amazing. Yeah, Philly and Chicago, 2-3 OTs in that one series. Yep, that was there for sure. Tiger's saying, screw the Bolts. He's in for the Avs. Zach's got Lightning 4-2. Mick says it was 100 in Carolina. I think it's 15 degrees in Winnipeg right now. Whatever that converts to Fahrenheit. 15, so it's 721 plus 32. It's about 60 at best. It was sunny today here, at least. Kojak, this means you're officially a hockey fan. If your favorite team isn't on and you're watching it, you're officially a hockey fan. Tiger, the mod status comes from the Discord group, my friend. Point on the third line with Paul and Colton is, ooh. All right, so I don't know where your streams are at now, but I've got the Anthem singer on mine and her nice red hair. Who's everyone's favorite Anthem singer? You got any that stand out? USA, USA. I definitely like the American anthem better than the Canadian. You have bombs going off in your anthem. Ours is all right, though. There you go. Coach D certified. Kojak, I go by Coach Ryan D because my last name just doesn't roll off the tongue well when I'm coaching. So I went with Coach Ryan, just easier. And then I was like, oh, there's too many people named Ryan, so I better add the last initial. Sonia Bryson for Gary. I never liked the guy from Vancouver. I don't know if you remember him from the past playoff games. I'm sure people don't watch a ton of Vancouver in the chat here. But the Vancouver guy with the big long hair that sang opera and he fell and tripped over a thing on skates. The Canada one is catchy, Zach. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad anthem. Subban is the best anthem singer. Did Subban sing the anthem at a game? Is there anything this guy hasn't done? Is the Bruins and the Celtics guy, is it still Rene Rancourt? I love Rene Rancourt. Canada is America's hat. Vancouver guy got fired. He did. Do you remember why, Lance? I don't follow the controversies of anthem singers. Malcolm Subban sang it. Interesting. Hey, Edwin, what's going on, man? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. McKinnon and Killorn. They're going to start it right away. The shutdown line against the big line. I like Bednar starting his big dogs first. Let the big dogs eat. Send line 1. Enough of this starting line 4. Oh, Gary, you're going to have to ban him. We're back to bots. The attack of the bots. Zach's daughter says Vasilevsky's eyes brown are weird. Thanks, Edwin. I appreciate it. I have worked harder than I have ever worked in the last 2 months. 9 hours at work with the government, back home for another 9-hour stretch. As teams get eliminated, the views go down, but it gets fun. All right, so we got Palat coming out here. Flat stammer Cooch. Look, Cooch doesn't even tie up his guy. He just leaves. He just stretches. I don't need to tie up my guy off the draw. I'm just going to leave the zone and go look to score. What a beauty. Interesting. Arturi Letkinen. Bunch of weird whistles in 36 seconds here. No real momentum yet here. Feels like we've been playing for a minute, but nothing's happened. Quick little D to D, and then it's going to go out here. Victor Hedman, the biggest man on the ice. I don't know if he actually is. He just looks that way. They miss high and wide. Avs go to leave the zone, but Stammer's on that puck really quick. Move it back over to Victor Hedman, who easily moves it with a quick up the ice. You can't give pucks away up the middle there. The Avs have it through the middle now. Total giveaway by Tampa. Tampa's going to give up the puck 20 times this game, like they did in the first two games against the Rangers. It's going to be a quick night for the Avs. They're going to win fast. Kucherov in on a nice forecheck here. Easy out by Makar and Tays. I don't know why they ended up going back into their own zone. I never really agree with that. Backwards is not the direction you want to go unless you're on a power play. Bolts end up leaving the zone with 3 strong. Easy little poke check there. Love that. Avs are gone. Good stick on puck. Nice little backhand. Easy save by Vasilevsky, though. Good start, though, for the Avs. I like the Avs start better than I like the Bolts for sure. Very good chance on goal there. Interesting that Arturi Letkinen is moved with Helm and O'Connor. I don't know if I like that. Letkinen's too good to be down there, but we'll see how it works out. Avs fans, what do you think about Letkinen being with those two guys? Good start by Andrei Vasilevsky. Easy cycle here by the Avs. 2-3 quick shots. Bolts are holding good D-zone position here. They have their puck support. They're where they need to be. Sergachev's going to chase the puck behind the net. He ends up getting bumped off the puck as the Avs step out. Big shot on goal. This is what I don't love about Sergachev. Just, I feel like for a big man, he gets muscled off the puck way too easily at times. Little scrum behind the net there with Sorelli. I got 1748 on my stream. No worries, Tiger. You'll get a video about Lucic. I got my order. I got 2 of them done. I got 1 for Snack. I got 1 for Lance done. Got 1 for Pikachu, 1 for you, then 1 for Mick in the hopper. Yeah, fantastic hit and take by Helm. I agree, Soapy. Me and Steve Dangle do different things, though, Zach. He's a super fan of one team. And he's an entertaining personality, and I'm a coach. Just a little different, that's all. Cleanup crew, Snail Edition. Going on. You need Arturi and Sergachev to do good. You got them in your pool because they put Arturi, it seems, on line 4. That's not going to be great for your pool. Sergachev will get his power play time. Tampa Bay finally gets some zone possession. Point looks strong. Point's looking very fast. Oh, cross check to the mouth. Nick Paul doing Nick Paul things. Skate by, letting him know. I don't know if that was Nick Paul or Corey Perry that caught it in the mouth. Point looks fast. Nice save by Kemper, though. That was Nick Paul. Sorry, guys. I thought it was Perry. My bad. Close up on Kemper's eyes. I don't see anything wrong there. Game needs more McDavid. Interesting that Tampa ends up winning that draw, but the Bolts end up without the puck. The Avs are able to take it out, even though it was a 1 draw by the Bolts. Sturm's out of the line. Offside, checked out. Dump it back in the zone. No big deal. Belmare's on all over it here right now. Huge hit by Corey Perry after. Pat Maroon's going to back check. This is why you got to be careful with hits. 2 big hits here on line 4 almost caused an odd man rush. Pat Maroon is so smart, though. Ends up cutting back hard to the center ice. Yeah, I'll be interested, Vo, if you're going to pepper Kemper. I feel like Tampa Bay, I think they're going to finish with 30 shots. Defense is huge. Yeah, it's really weird, Tiger. I can't even remove them. I tried, and it just stays there. I'm like, remove. No. Just not doing anything. It's really weird. Thanks, YouTube. One or 2 lucky bounces and play the shutdown game, Zach says. Hey, that makes sense to me. Tampa ends up winning that draw with a poke forward. McKay ends up moving it over to Makar. Makar's going to work it up the strong side there into 2, but 2 Bolts are there to greet him with the forecheck. Another giveaway by the Bolts. I don't understand this. They got to stop giving it away up into the neutral zone from their defensemen. I cannot believe that didn't go in. Massive sharp angle shot, and this all starts because the Bolts give it up. Really nice job by the Avs. The Avs are going to make you pay. Give pucks up like that, the Avs are going to make you pay. Very lucky that goal didn't go in. Hayes is in on the forecheck here. You got to like that. I love seeing defensemen end up leaving. Bolts got to be able to leave their zone with a little more crispness on their pass. Easy regroup here from Colorado. They're going to end up taking it back into their own zone, waiting for a change. Bolts are hounding the puck at this point in time. End up cutting it over to the weak side of the ice. Stamkos doesn't have the hit. Now you got a 3-on-2 here for the Avs. All speed. Get caught down low. It's going to be tough. I am Batman. I'm with you, Lance. No shutdown game. All gas all day. Nichushkin's been quite the revelation here since... Absolutely quite the revelation since coming to Colorado. Unfortunate Dallas was unable to maximize him. Just goes to show you what other players and coaching can do. You need to have a team culture built around coaches and captains equally. You can't just have a great coach. You have to have great captains. I think Colorado has that, so Nichushkin thrives. Another giveaway by the Bolts in the neutral zone. Counting at least 6 right now. Just back of the envelope math. Tries to dump him into the bench. Bolts have decided to come out. They're a little bit sloppy. They've decided to come out and play the physical game, which is very interesting in game 1 here, but that's all right. I also saw Patty Maroon there on the Pat McAfee show saying that there is no issue playing in Denver with air pressure or air quality or air thinness. Says to him it's made up. He's played there his whole career. What's up, Cali Bucks? Oh, interesting. A holding the stick penalty. Let's see if we can find it here. You know, I am going to say I agree with Josh Manson here, and I said that the Bolts' veteran presence is going to get the better of the Avs, and there it is. I don't think that was on Manson. I think that was the Bolts getting the stick under there, and Manson got a bum deal. That's Bolts hockey for you. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They are professionally greasy in the classiest way. You win championships off it, team. Yeah, see, Mick gets it. He's like, that was called. The Bolt. I think the Bolts were the one at fault there. All right. Ref gets duped. All part of the gamesmanship. Kucherov so confident with the puck here on the right-hand shooter side. Oh my goodness, I thought that little puck on net was going to end up scoring. Stammer ends up going down, keeps it. Cooch again! How many times has Cooch got to feed you before you put it in? Great job by the Avs. Stammer takes a nice shot here. Back to Cooch on the half wall. Cooch is so confident with the puck. He has got swagger going today, I tell you. Oilers said the media blows up the altitude. Double drop pass to enter the zone. I have not seen that in quite some time. A little bit of hot dogging over to Victor Hedman. The Bolts are feeling it now on this power play. Amazing how this entire power play drives through Cooch. I would have thought it would have been Hedman, but it isn't. Cooch is the engine that makes this power play run. So confident with the puck. This puck will go back up to Cooch here again on the wall. It will. 48 seconds left. Back over to Hedman to Cooch. Cooch decides, screw it, I'm going to shoot. Not a great shot, though. Terrible choice, in my opinion. Plot walks out. Stammer at the top. That's who they're looking for to finish. Great kill by the Avs here. Fantastic. The Avs have not had a good kill all playoffs, running in the 70s. They get through this one in game one. That's pretty big. Sergachev's going to end up breaking the puck out here. Nice turnover by the Avs. They're going to put it deep into the zone. No big deal. 10 seconds left. Likely no damage left to be done. The question is, can you get zone entry before you're 5-on-5? Nope, you're not. Rake stand up at the line by the Avs. Very aggressive job at their own line. That's how you want to play it. Helm tries to carry it through two Bolts. Nothing there. Bolts defensively with puck support. Too good. Easy breakout by the Bolts. The question is, no, there's no turnover. That's good. Move it over to Cirelli. Cirelli with the delay. Up to the point. High shot. Interesting off the boards. Flat puck. Pancake puck off the boards. Comes down low. Byram's going to carry it out. The new future young superstar. That's a goal by Rantanen and ends up sneaking it under Vasilevsky's glove. You don't score on that power play, and Colorado makes you pay 5-on-5. I think Landeskog is going to get credit for this goal, but Rantanen, beautiful, beautiful shot. Bolts backing in too far. Vasilevsky getting it tucked under his glove. The Cirelli line is scored on early. Yeah, it's just leaky. Bassey should have had that one. Bassey should have that one. That's on the goalie from that angle, in my opinion. You can't let that leak through. Fortunately, Hagel gets burnt by Landeskog, one of the best power forwards in the league. Landy gets to the net, puts it in. What's up, Iron Mammoth? Colorado solves the goalie first. That's huge. If they solve Vasi right away, that's huge. But remember this, Avs fans. Vasi was solved in the first two games by multiple teams. By both the Rangers and by the Leafs. And then he went into Vasi mode game 3 and never looked back. Weird as it sounds, Vasi has proven he can bounce back time and time again from bad starts and bad games. Another giveaway here by the Bolts in the neutral zone. Really hard to win a game on the road in the neutral zone that way. How dare I talk bad about Vasi? What's up, Jess? How's it going? I don't know if that was a lucky bounce, Callie. I think that was Vasi letting one in my opinion. Well, Mick, you're a goalie coach. Of course you're against blaming the goalie. All he had to do was hold his angle, keep his arms tight to his body. He was good. Wholesale behind the net by the Bolts. Massive hit. Bone crunching. The Avs have been hit sometimes in this series. They have been rocked behind their own net a few times. I don't know, Mark, if I'll do a stream for each game. Stay tuned. I like streaming because it's fun. We got a good community here. I like doing it in the playoffs. Everybody's all fired up, but I wouldn't say streaming's my primary, secondary, or even third focus. But every now and then I like to come home and do it. Huge goal by Nichushkin here. They've solved Vasilevsky. This is quick. Been on the ride, got the t-shirt before, though, team. I've seen this with Toronto, and I have seen this with New York, but this is a great start for the Avs. Nichushkin, just a monster. 10:37 in, it's 2-0. The absolute onslaught by the Avalanche, their 5-on-5 offense. Edmund, unfortunately, again, it's these Bolts turnovers. Bolts turnovers, going to cost them this game. For those of you who don't remember, the Bolts had 20-plus turnovers against the Rangers in their first 2 games that they lost. They had 6 in Game 3. Callie, I think Point looks good skating. I think he looks good. Hey, Mike, what's going on? One of the biggest commenters down below. How you doing, buddy? 2-0 Avs here. 8 shots to 3. Beauty job there by Nichushkin. Mark says he's happy he went with the Avs to win this series. Lance, what do we say when people get happy about a series too early? What do you say to the bench, the boys on the bench after all these turnovers? You try to calm them down. You don't kick them in the ass. You just try to calm them down. You say, you know you're better than this. We're turning the puck over too much, and you know it. Let's make the simple, safe play. You get really boring. Let's chip pucks, make our passes flat, take that extra second. That's what you start saying on the bench. Don't get too cute. Make the simple play. Kucherov ends up moving it to the point. 9:53 left on my stream. Avs play really good defense there. End up exiting. McKinnon is on his own, and it is offside. Bananas. Callie gets it. This is what the Rangers did Game 1. Yeah, Gary, you're right, man. Lightning are always shaky in Game 1. Mike says, what do I tell you? If the Moose gets loose, nothing's going to stop us. Love it. Noosh the Moose. The speed is out tonight for sure, Newfie. For sure. The Avs are flying. Absolutely flying. Mick says he would be saying, let's find our game here, boys, men. Reset. Let's go get them. A good one. The refs are blowing the whistle every time the refs get the Bolts get out of breath. Well, I don't think the refs can really, I mean, they can control when they blow the whistle, but they have to blow the whistle. Jeebus! Love that name. Great. What's up, man? Yo, you're right. You're right, Soapy. The Avs aren't the Rangers. Callie, you are right. The Bolts typically play Game 1 and Game 2 very physical to try to wear them out. I think Vo is right about collecting data too. I think it's the longer you play in a series with the Lightning, the more they adjust. This is what I was saying on the preview video, where I think they're the best at adjusting. They can adjust any style, so we'll end up seeing. Liam, I couldn't answer you that question. I don't know if Vasi's just having his normal Game 1 or if they've solved them. But either way, if you're the Avs, you need and want to take Game 1. You want to take it by a big margin. But if you're the Bolts, I guess like you've battled out of this twice now between the Leafs and the Rangers, so you're not panicked. Elias Martinez. Hello, I am Elias. Gary points out it's only 2-0. And again, remember, the Leafs had a 2-0 lead there on the Bolts. They won 4-3, sent them packing. Jaden says, never get panicked when watching the Bolts. I agree. It's the Bolts till it's not. And now I think we got a breakaway here. Beautiful play by Burakovsky. Underrated player. Not by Avs fans. Monster hit coming in by Killorn. Burakovsky shit off. No big deal. Scotty's not worried about game one. The Oilers never been a game winner first period. Lance can bring anything back to the Oilers. You throw a topic, he'll make it about the Oilers. I love it. The Maroon, Belmar, and Perry line ends up going in. Big shot on goal there. Perry ends up moving it towards the front of the net. This is the most effective fourth line in hockey right now. Well, I mean, there's only two to compare, so that's a stupid statement by me, but you know what I'm saying. I can definitely see the Bolts are getting more physical now. Every time they touch the puck, the Bolts are laying some body. Sometimes I don't know why you would make that pass, but that's okay. Back to Bogosian. Former first-round pick. Zach Bogosian. I think that's interference on Nick Paul, but to be honest, I don't know what interference even is anymore. And that puck's going to go out of bounds. 7:57 left on my stream. Colorado has no rust. You are right. You are absolutely right, Lance. Absolutely zero. I don't know if you guys mind, but we got 21 likes in the stream, 60 watching. Would love if you'd go over there, smash that thumbs up button for me. What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy Kaiser, go Bolts. Mick says, I don't even know if the refs know the rules. I'm with you. Too much referee's discretion. Is there that much discretion in soccer too, Mick? Or is it pretty black and white? I'll take a look at it, Mick. No problem, buddy. No problem. Gary Bass, what's going on, buddy? Fire muscle fiber. The Oilers' strategy was to wear them out. It didn't work. No, it didn't. They got Kadri out of a series, though. Yay, the bot is back. Thanks for the thumbs up, Vo. I appreciate it. We got up to 37 on that quick pump up. I appreciate it. Just a reminder, Mike says, Vasilevsky is 0-3 against the Avs in their last three. Callie's saying the Bolts are back. All right. I love this on-screen stat. His save percentage against the Avs is .877. Broski. Good name. Love it. Go back to you, Gary. I always appreciate all the comments you throw down. Help spread the video, too. All you guys that comment a whole bunch of times on videos, that helps spread it. I always appreciate it. You're not spamming anything. Awesome. Pom-poms. Does anyone else in the NHL use pom-poms out to the fans? Interesting. Not against it. Just don't recall ever seeing it. Seen the little sticks you bang together. 7:42 left here. Bolts still look really sloppy in the neutral zone. Little breakaway. It's Corey. Oh my God, it's a goal. What a goal by Nick Paul. I don't even know how to make a call on that one. It's a breakaway. He's hit. He's fallen. He ends up reaching, putting it in. 2-1 game. Totally different game now. I have no idea what that was, but hard work by Nick Paul. Look, just throwing it up the middle absolutely burns him, gets him around, and just jams it in. That had about as much skill as I have on it. Wow, he loses the puck. The puck bounces off of Johnson back to Nick Paul's stick, and he puts it in. What a series of unfortunate events. The back check from Johnson ends up causing it. You get a break on the road, that's all you need. That might be the weirdest goal I've ever seen, team. That might be the weirdest goal. Jimmy is so behind. Sorry, buddy. Where the heck was Kemper? No idea. Ian Darcy Kemper. Kemper is no Mike Smith. All right, so who thinks this is going to go in 2-2 tie before the end of the first? Who has the 3-1 lead end of the first for the Avs? Who's got the 2-2 tie? I think we're going to get another goal here. I don't think it's going to remain 2-1. DK still can't see the puck, Mike says. A little bit sloppy here, the Lightning are. Couldn't keep that puck in the zone. The Lightning can keep the game close while playing sloppy. That's good for the Lightning. This isn't the best I've seen the Lightning play by far. Give them a 6 out of 10 right now. Avs, I'd give a 7, 7.5. It's a typical Avs game, but they have another gear. The Avs have another gear, even though they're playing well. I don't even know if we've seen the Avs gear 10. Good job by the Bolts handling Nathan McKinnon. 6:26 left. Another giveaway in the neutral zone by the Bolts. Neutral zone regroup by the Avs. They end up moving it forward. Turnover caused by the Bolts thanks to a nice stick on puck poke check. And now we're back to the Avs moving the puck back into the Bolts zone. Sergachev's going to go back for it. Probably make a terrible play. He does. It's a give up back to the point. Classic Sergi. He leaves the net open. No problem. Why tie up a guy? Let's just go looking for it. Sergachev, bad pass around the boards. Does the puck get out of the zone? Very good work by the Lightning here. They're going to have a 2-on-1. They're going to drive the net hard. Oh, sauce pass. Ends up jumping over the stick of the Bolts. Sorelli ends up putting it in this Sorelli-Killorn line. Love it. Brandon Hagel doing Brandon Hagel things. McDonough, Chernak out there on the point for the Bolts. Lauren's going to end up putting this in. We should see a change. Nope. Offside. Yeah, it's the same bot. It always comes back, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Like, you actually can't get rid of it. I wish I could kill it with fire. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you just click on the 3 dots for it. It says remove. It won't remove it. The user is hidden on the channel. Nick says, I don't even know if it's a bot. I don't know. It was here last stream, too. You tried asking it nicely. I don't know if this happens on other streams. Thanks, RJ, for reporting it. I appreciate it. Gary, I don't know if you know this, but if you report it and put it as unwanted content or spam, it'll remove the bot. You got to click every single message and report every single message to remove the bot. I agree, Mark. The Avs aren't using their speed right now. That's why I gave them a 7.5 out of 10 for effort. I got the Bolts at a 6, so they're outplaying the Bolts, but I've seen the Avs play at a way quicker gear than this. Got A first period's better for the Bolts. I think this is a fine first period for the Bolts if they can get out of it 2-1. Or if they can get out of it 2-2, that's a win. Huge win. Mike, sexy singles do want to meet you, buddy. Do I say it Eshtone? Is Eshtone the proper way to enunciate it? Thank you so much. I'm glad you love the videos. I work really hard on them. I'm going to have a lot of fun ones going into the off season. So the members here, we got 4 of them in the executive suite that can request videos. So they'll have theirs going all month throughout the summer. And then after that, I've got a bunch of other things. Best stories of the Stanley Cup are going to come up. I have the 10 craziest stories of the Cup. A couple crazy fan stories. The puck ends up dropping 5:07. Cernak behind his own net ends up moving it out of the zone. Nick Paul's on the puck. Big activation here by the defenseman on Colorado. I love the fact they are not afraid to step up and skate with that puck. Jan Ruda behind the net is going to wait for his team to regroup now. Eyes up ice. He should take a couple strides before he passes. Good hard rim around the boards. I like that. We don't see that done enough. Ends up being called offside, but smart. Eshtone, that's awesome. I'm glad I got it. Well, Lance, you will get as many Oiler videos as you request as the executive member you are. I am fully anticipating a minimum of 12 to 15 Oiler videos a year for you, buddy. Point looks really good, Gary. Really good. Zach, yeah, you're right. The Avs are forechecking pretty hard, but when I think speed, I think the difference of playing with speed and being fast is playing fast on the forecheck, but playing with speed is crisp, tight passes, not having them interrupted or poke checked, flat passes. Even slow teams can play with speed, slow skaters. Avs just don't look as crisp as they normally do. Didn't take long for that bot to come back. McKinnon gets dumped by Cirelli. That's the battle everybody's looking for, is McKinnon and Cirelli. Shutdown versus Elite. Looking in the stands, see the Triangle Mountain Colorado jersey. What do you guys think of that one? Boy, McKinnon is fast in the neutral zone. Really well done. Cirelli just right in there. And you know what? I think Cirelli ends up saving a penalty there. If Cirelli doesn't end up coming in, no, they're calling it. Thought maybe he got away with one there. This is my annoyance with Sergachev, Bolts fans. He's very not physical, and he gets his stick in there too much, and he does dumb things like this. I thought maybe Cirelli getting in there would have avoided the hook, but the refs caught it. No veteran presence there. I'm going to guess the Avs should put this one in on the power play. 31%. Cale Makar, of course, from the top as your major quarterback on this one. Makar keeps it in the zone because, of course, he does. That's a trip. Are they going to call it? Yeah, they're going to call this one. Yeah, stepped on a stick, but it doesn't matter. All referees know how to call is tripping properly. Every other penalty, they have no idea how to call, in my opinion. Wow, Makar is good. What a big save there, though, by Vasi. Makar keeping it in is huge. Yeah, see, like, I understand why Cirelli would think that's weak, but if your stick touches a player and he falls, you're going to the box. Cooper doesn't like it either. It's soft. I understand that. But like I said, the only thing the referees know how to call is a trip. They have no idea what else is going on after that, in my opinion. It's unbelievable that there's no leeway on tripping. There's zero. It's just a trip. But every other rule, there's gray all over the place. What's up, Dan? Well, skate on skate would be a trip, though. Even if it's skate on skate, would be a trip. 5-on-3, I don't know how they're going to get out of this. For a minute 20, they could end up down 4-1 going in. Best power play in the playoffs right now against 3 Bolts. 3 Bolts alone with Andre Vasilevsky. Yeah, you don't want to take shots at the top there if you're Rantanen. That's a terrible shot by him. Don't ever give them an opportunity to block it. Everything goes guy to guy. What you're looking at right now, the Avs setting up, it's called a box +1. You're going to try to collapse in and around the net. The +1 is in the middle. So 4 guys on the outside make cross crease passes, trying to make that box tighter. And you're trying to find the guy in the middle or a cross ice pass for a goal. Lots of switching is going to happen on with the box in the middle. So you're going to see a lot of players switch positions. Nate McKinnon gets dumped in the middle there. The fact that they were able to kill even a minute of this is incredible. There it is. There was no way they were getting through that one. Bolts fans were hoping. There was no way. Mikhail Sergachev, I'm sorry, Bolts fans. When Sergachev's just a bonehead I get he's young, but like his inability to control his own stick and play physical, brutal. Really nice job there by the Bolts. What a beautiful power play. Letkinen ends up putting it in. Who had Letkinen here? Someone needed Letkinen to do good for their pool, they were saying. Beauty backdoor. Jess says pull Vassy. I think he's trolling you, Gary. No, Dan, I think Sergachev tripped him. I don't think that was Cirelli. That was Sergachev. Still short. I really don't like the American broadcast. They don't put up the clock fast enough. There we go. 34 seconds left. Did anyone here pick 3-1 going into the period? Figured there would be one more goal this period. It was 3-1 or 2-2. Beautiful block there by the Bolts at the top. Mick says, why are you on the U.S. broadcast? Sometimes in Canada, the Canadian broadcast is just the American broadcast dubbed over. You don't get the nice clocks, but I am incorrect. I am looking at the Sportsnet logo. It is Sportsnet broadcast. Palat going to tie it up here. Oof, Palat looks fast. I just forget how good Palat is. Second big shot by Palat there. 1 minute left in the period. Bolts buzzing. Bolts look awake here, though. They look very awake on this shift. Jess says, yeah, sadly, sometimes we only have the U.S. broadcast. That is very true. Beautiful chip there by Palat in order to enter the zone. Love his speed. Yeah, Byram's amazing. Concussion, very concussion prone. The problem is, too, when you get one concussion, you're going to get many concussions after that. Face-off win here by the Avs. They have an overall dominant period by the Avs. Shots 8-15. Capitalize on the power play. Look fast. Bolts undisciplined with their sticks. Sticking penalties are never a good penalty. Physical penalties are fine. Sticking penalties are just they make you want to claw your eyes out. Couple glimmers of hope, though, from the Bolts here. Couple good things. Lads, I want to watch TNT. I hear they're very good. Oh, a Jack Evans or a Jake Evans joke, Jess. absolutely f***ing in my basement. Guys all live in places with air conditioning. We even got air conditioning here, and yes, it's 10 billion degrees below zero. Corelli's chirping the linesman. I love when players chirp the linesman. Love it. Drop the puck. Big win here by the Bolts. Oh. Just, why would you dump that puck in? Sergachev needs to come out today. Like, what an idiot. I don't know if Sergachev's your favorite player here, Bolts guys, but like, I don't know what he's doing. Jess is going to make the Jake Evans jokes forever. 4-game suspension. Get out of here. All right, going in now to the break. We'll end up putting them down there. Look, you guys can see all my lovely icons. Middle of winter? Where are you that it's middle of winter? Got to be in the southern hemisphere then, right? Who's as feast or famine as they get, Zach? Thank you for all being here. I appreciate it. We got 42. Yeah, well, Gary, this is Sergachev's worst game I've ever seen him play, and he is, wow, is he making bad decisions. But isn't winter in Australia, like, still hot? I haven't been to Australia, so I don't know, Dimitri. Lance is asking what the teams are saying in the dressing room. If you're Jared Bednar, you are saying very simply, the Bolts are going to beat themselves in this game. They're completely undisciplined. You play your game as the Avalanche. You've got to make sure we're making crisp passes. We're coming up the middle. We're beating them with speed. We want lots of pucks on net. And by beating them with speed and putting those pucks on net, we're going to end up winning this game. So he's just saying it's our game to play it. Going to talk about staying out of the box and staying out of the crap. I think the Bolts, Cooper's yelling at his team because that's Cooper. That's the way he goes. And I don't think he's yelling in the sense of like a you all suck yelling, but he's fired up. Cooper's animated. I think Cooper's going to let Sergachev have it. I think he's going to get a little bit chewed out, in my opinion, there. And I think he's going to tell his team that we're being very undisciplined and this isn't our game. He's going to remind them that they're the Bolts. He's going to remind them that they're the team that can turn it around. And he's going to say, in order to turn this around, we have to get more shots on net. In order to generate more shots on net, do the simple things. Get the puck out of our zone, crisp passes, get into their zone, and just put anything you can on net and get in front of Kemper. That's what I think they're going to say. Pretty simple. We may see a different Bolts team in the second. I mean, I've never seen a team adjust as well as the Bolts, so we could definitely see a different team. Cleanup crew says Letke served him well. Jess and I are never going to get over the Mark Scheifele 4-game suspension. Ever. Forever traumatized. Back check, forecheck, paycheck. You watch Letterkenny there, Gary? Is anyone here? I don't know, American fans. I don't know if you've watched Shoresy at all. You need to. Let's pull it up here. See if we can pull it up here. Oh, it says it's on Hulu. It says it's on Hulu. You guys got to check out Shoresy. It is really funny. Really funny. Let's see here if I can put on some sound. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for the. But this is the show you guys got to go watch. You got to see it. Classic. What's up, Denver? How's it going? Eric, let's go Avs. Canada's team is the Avs this time. I love it. Bart Stars is Trailer Park Boys for life. Letterkenny and Shoresy are amazing. Amazing shows. You guys got to go see them if you haven't seen them. Absolutely the way to go. Mike, I agree. Shoresy's the greatest piece of entertainment television I've ever seen. It is unbelievably funny. One of the funniest things I have ever watched in my life, bar none. Just unreal. Unreal. Ferda. Ferda boys. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but Ferda is for the boys. Letter Spenny. There you go. Everybody gets the Ferda saying. I appreciate it. We also have 81 viewers going right now. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up for us. Who's a better defenseman? Who are we comparing as defensemen here? Makar or Hedman? It's Makar. Hedman's had his time. He's an elite top 5 defenseman, but Makar may be one of the best players in the NHL. What's up, Truth and Tradition? You found Shoresy a little disappointing? So what I really liked about Shoresy was I was expecting like a very flat, same kind of humor, same character as Letterkenny. Like, I didn't expect it to have staying power. I thought Shoresy had a really good hero's journey from an absolute locker room cancer to just a beauty at the end. Eric says Makar all day. Makar may be one of the best defensemen I have ever watched live. And it's going to be tough because we've seen a lot of great defensemen from Ray Bourque all the way through. But it's also, I'm now starting to wonder, is Makar going to be the next Paul Coffey? I mean, when I think of the greatest defenseman of all time, I think of Paul Coffey, I think of Bobby Orr. I don't know, Nick Lidstrom. Those three are probably my 3 best defensemen. Who's your favorite defenseman of all time? Top 3 team. So I got Lidstrom, Orr, and Paul Coffey. Orr is obviously one. Up, Sifo. Bring the cup to Sasstown, baby. Which Sasstown, all of Saskatchewan, is literally a town. Even Regina and Toontown. Zach is saying he's definitely Bobby Orr. Well, before he gets the Bobby Orr treatment, he needs to get the Paul Coffey treatment. He's got to pass Coffey before he can pass Orr. I think people forget that Paul Coffey put up 130 to 140 points a season. Alexei Emelin. And I love when people bring in just like awesome like, that's awesome. Way to go, Habs 89. Chad Ruedel in the top 3 somewhere. Now we're just naming defensemen. Regina does rhyme with fun. Experience, Regina. Makar's first 3 seasons are statistically better than Orr's. Hard to compare stats between generations. I no longer compare players across generations. Different time. Different time. Still fun to talk about, but Definitely going to be a line shakeup by Cooper. I will be interested to see if Point ends up moving up to the second line. Player type, I understand. Smooth skating, offensive juggernaut. Vander Kane and San Jose are battling. Interesting. Hey, Sam, Amanda. Sam says the cup's coming home to him no matter what. That is true. The NHL also banned, I don't know if you guys saw this, you cannot take the Stanley Cup to Russia or Belarus now. Thanks, Anthony. He's from NYC, Anthony, for the super chat. Says, how did I become a Jets fan? I don't know if this was worth paying $2 for, but I hope I do you justice. I'm born and raised in Winnipeg. So I was 6 when the Jets relocated to Arizona. I remember being 5 and 6 and getting to see the Jets play against the Red Wings. I got to see Yzerman. I got to see Chelios and Coffey, Fedorov, and all those beauties. So I remember seeing that. Teemu Selanne was, of course, my favorite player before he ended up leaving. That's just the way it goes. So they left in 94. I'm born in 86. So yeah, good memories of the Jets. And I can tell you when they came back to Winnipeg and it was announced, we all left our office buildings downtown and we were flying high for a solid 2 months. People were crying in the street. It was awesome. So just born in Winnipeg, and I always cheer for the home team. Boehm Byram is amazing. Amazing player. Ryan Reynolds. Also, is Ryan Reynolds from Regina? I think he's from Vancouver, right? Cherry, are you Winnipeg born? Anthony says, that was my guess. I have family from Halifax. Halifax is very far away. Best Jet, retro and modern? Oof. Well, I mean, I got to go with Selanne because it's my generation. But if people want to pick guys like Howard Chuck or Thomas Steen, I totally get that. Thomas Steen's my sleeper pick for best Jet in the history. Best modern Jet? I don't see how it's not Connor Hellebuck. Absolute difference maker. You could pick Kyle Connor too, and I'm not just trying to pick Jets that are currently on the team, but even in Jet 2.0, I think it has to be those guys. If you want to go with offense, you can go with Connor, but I think it's there. Zach, your First Nations born? Hey, Turbo. Welcome, buddy. Just chatting a little bit of puck during the intermission. Enjoy work, Mike. Thanks for being here. Ryan Reynolds is from Vancouver. Okay, I got it. Anthony, I am a wrestling fan. My dad got me watching it when I was 5. He used to be a hardcore fan, and then you can call me casual now, but I still tune in from time to time. Teemu's so good. Teemu's so good. He's the best Finnish player to ever play the game. And he's really classy. So I got a cool story about Teemu. I had a buddy of mine that was walking down the street in Anaheim when he was playing for the Ducks. It was over the freeway. And then he ends up seeing a car, like a real fancy car, just pull like a hard, absolutely hard U-turn or whatever off the freeway, chased them down, and then ends up pulling over. And it was Teemu. And he noticed that the guy walking down the street was wearing Jets gear. And he signed his Jets gear. Teemu just wanted to say that he loves Winnipeggers and he missed Winnipeg, and he figured the people were from Winnipeg because they were wearing Jets gear. So we stopped and he ended up doing that. It was pretty cool. We got the bots back. Battle of the bots. Got to clear out the bots here, team. Bots are the worst. Always the same bot. I don't know if I should feel offended that it's only the same bot that comes in. I want a new bot. You know you're making it somewhere when bots are going into your stream, but only one singular bot. And it is coming hard. Yikes. Reporting them all. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I report this guy 10 billion times a stream. Still gets in. Computer programmers, tell me why. There we go. Clean. Cleaned up. Mick, if the Jets could have any current, past, or any future coach from either the NHL and the AHL, who would you hire and why? Scotty Bowman, because he's the biggest winner that has ever occurred. I think that's pretty easy. It's got to be Bowman. He's the GOAT. Barry's a Sakic fan. He loves Kyle Connor. That's awesome. Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho from the hometown of Winnipeg. I've met both many times. Kenny used to hang out with a bunch of friends of mine, so we're the same age. Met him at a few parties. Absolutely yoked dude. Sat next to Jericho on a plane once. Got to talk wrestling the whole way. Really great guy. Best Finnish player is Mikko Koskinen. Thanks, Lance. Battle of the Bots is lasting longer than the Battle of Florida. Aho says hello. Crexy, the thing is, it's just a bot. Crexy got boxed. It's just a bot. Somebody hijacks the stream. Computer programmers think they're funny. We got rid of them. Don't click it. Jericho did go to Red River Collegiate. You are correct. I'll be honest, Lance. I don't think I've seen that commercial. I don't watch a lot of commercials. I tune out really quick and play on my phone. I'll watch the pregame or the in-between game, though. What are you saying, Mick? I still think I would take insert bias here, RBA. What's RBA short for? My mind's blanking. I do not remember Rocky Thompson. I'm sorry, Go Habs Go. I do not remember him. Lava Pupko. The bolts slow. Bolts do look slow. Bolts do look very slow. All right, let's pull up the game here. We're heading back in. I like how it's the same stream, but they're not matching. Zach, what are you asking? What do you THLM? Overzealous Avs fans and invading the Lightning Discord I'm part of. If only you were a moderator on there, Gary, and you could do something about it, right? Oh, Rod the Bod, man. Well, Rod hasn't coached long enough for me to claim him as one of the greatest of all time, but he's one of the best active in the NHL. In the NHL right now, you got Trotz, you got Brindamore, you got Cooper, you got Bednar. There are a lot of really good coaches right now. Gallant's up there. Brindamore is incredible. Oh, my God. The bot is back again. Nobody clicked the bot. All right, 9:29 left. I don't know why the bot wants this stream so bad. Something about it. There we go. Bots back again. Big post off of there for Kemper. That just means a goalie is in good position. Doesn't count as a shot. All right, we think they got that clean. Soon to be Woodcroft is one of the best coaches in the NHL. Yes, Bolts have been buzzing right now. Big opening salvo there by the Bolts. Avs end up leaving the zone. If the Avs end up scoring here, I got 8:14 left. That is going to be a kick to the old groin there on the Bolts. Avs hustle in off that puck. Have full zone control now. Easy save by Vasilevsky. That's what you want. You're good. What's up, Stooge McDuck? I am Coach Ryan D. That is who I am. Rocky Thompson was a boxer on skates, had a cup of coffee in the NHL for Calgary, right 90s. If Doug Glatt or Happy Gilmore made it to the show, that's who it would have been. I like it. Yeah, Lance, you can say shutout now. It is a totally fair word to say now. I think you can say shutout even when you're not a fan. I think you can say shutout when you're on the team. I don't believe in the jinx. Vasilevsky looks a little more dialed in right now. Be interesting to see if the Bolts can catch him in the shot count here in the second period. Lekkonen's in to take the draw. What does everybody think of the new NHL Stanley Cup patches? You think they look modern? Bogosian looks old, worn, and like he can't play anymore. I don't know why he keeps getting ice. Colorado ends up in the zone with the Sturm line. Good defensive zone positioning here by the Bolts. Sergachev has the opportunity to break out of his zone. Not only does he get his pocket pick, but he blows it. He looks up into the stands, pouts, and doesn't go and pick up his man in front of the net. Get him off the ice. That's where you get bench on my bench. That's it. Find the bench for the rest of the game. Big stand up there by the Avs at the line. Unbelievable that a professional adult would pout. Why don't you say shutout, Joe? What's wrong with shutout? The word shutout? Is there something weird about shutout? Why is everyone saying shutout so much? Iron says, I hate that word. As a not former goalie, I always liked messing with my goalie. Big step up there by Jack Johnson on Hagel. Well, thanks, Steven, for being here. I'm sorry I can't put the game on. I wish I could. I haven't watched Moon Knight yet. I've heard great things. I got to get on it, though. I'm watching too much hockey. Line 4 here. Perry ends up putting it in. Johnson and Byram back for the puck. Oh, it's Johnson and a Manson line. Too many Johnsons. Oh, Kemper with a little bit of a puck fumble. Bolts go to the net, slash them. Avs dump them. This is absolutely what the Bolts want to do. They want to get into scrums with the Avs and see if they can get them going to the bench. I think Pat Maroon might have drawn one here. The ref's pointing at one. Just going to take one of you. I'm just going to take one of you. That's all he's saying. Top of his lungs. One is going. Not going to be both. Pat Kemper had that puck in his glove. Obe Kubel takes exception to it. Corey Perry, though. Big slash by Perry. Man's chopping wood. Von Tays, the superstar he is, does nothing. Corey Perry tries to goad him into it. He does end up taking 2, so he makes a liar of me. Very rarely do they end up taking 2, but he makes an absolute liar of me by taking them both. Doesn't want to be the deciding factor of the series. What's up, Bullets? 1-1. Facto standards are standards. Here comes the bots. You mean the bolts. Yeah, go join the Discord. The link Gary has put up there is a legitimate link. It is not spam. Come hang out with us. It's awesome. If you haven't yet, please go ahead, drop a like on the stream. 4-on-4 favors the Avs, Lance. No question about it. Always favors speed. Be surprised if this isn't a penalty, and it's not. Thought he dumped him. That's all right. Stamkos going to push the pace here. Interesting thing about 4-on-4 is you're playing a contained game, waiting for them to turn it over as opposed to aggressive. There's no puck support really here on 4-on-4. You're just playing boxed. So here's a turnover for the Bolts. They end up moving it back to the zone, and now you're not going to see any pressure here by the Avs. You don't want to overpressure. So you see backs or bobbles, and you see a back, and you end up pasting them against the boards. Huge hit. Beautiful turnover there. Vasilevsky's going to end up playing this puck. McDonough's going to end up carrying it out. I think McDonough should have taken more ice there. Point. That was beautiful pass by Point. I don't think his partner had any idea it was coming over to him. Little quick up there in the neutral zone. Hedman's going to end up carrying it in. Gets, just pasted against the boards. The speed of the Avs 4-on-4 right now. Bolts end up carrying the puck, though, in the offensive zone. Huge save by Kemper. Bolts go to the net. They slash hook. Point. Letting them know. Gary, just report every bot, and it ends up, if you hit the report button on them, we'll actually end up deleting it. Sorry about that, team. I don't know how to make it less aggressive. Steven says $100 well worth it, along with a game worn authentic Bucks jersey that only cost me $40 to get. I have no idea who the guy is, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, hope your Jets do well next season. Thank you. I'd like them to make the playoffs. I don't know if the Jets... No, it's not I don't know. I know the Jets don't have the horses to win the cup. They're an elite player away for sure. They're not built like the Bolts that are well balanced. I think the top 5 players in the Bolts just dominate the top 5 players in the Jets. The Avs is no question. Massive, massive neutral zone hit here by the Bolts. Camera panned way too quick for me to see who it was, but just huge. Haven't seen a shot here from either team in, I think, 4 minutes. Been a long time since we've had a shot. Good zone control, though. Chernak over to McDonough. Delayed penalty here on the Avs. See if the Bolts can take advantage. Corey Perry ends up just putting a puck towards the net. Big save by Kemper. Really nice job there. Lightning power play. They got a score here. You could say the... Thanks, Mick. Are Seth Jarvis away from really contending? Yes, they are. If the Jets would have drafted Seth Jarvis, everything would have been fine. Cole Perfetti will be a good player, though. I just think Jarvis was the right player. The absolute right player. Big power play here for sure, team. Big power play for sure. I'm going to pull up the pen here. We'll see if it goes on to the screen. See if we can get the coach's pen in. All right, so we'll see if we can see it. So when you're playing an elite goalie on the power play, you want to generate all of your offense from the half wall. When you're playing against Kemper, you're going to want to generate your offense from the top to your shooters here. So you should end up seeing the typical 1-3-1 for the Bolts here. And you actually want to play pitch and catch between these two players here, depending on which man is out. And then you're going to move it over cross ice to Cooch, and he's going to be the guy that ends up putting it in. Or what you want to end up doing is you want to have Kucherov over here on this side. So here's Cooch, here's Hedman. And you want to end up moving it over to Cooch, take it down low, and bring it back up high over here to Stamkos for the goal. So we'll end up seeing if that ends up going in. It'll be very, very interesting to see here. But it's Hedman up on the point. It's Kucherov here on the right side. That's what's going to drive it. But I think that pass over here to Stammer is going to end up putting it through. Too many men, such a bad penalty to get. Oh, the program is called Epic Pen. It's free. I actually went to pay for the pro version of it so I could get like the straight lines and the angles, but it wants to like attach something to my free version. Seems cool. Hedman ends up losing the puck at the line. Unbelievable. Great job there by the Avs. Kucherov's the guy they always want carrying the puck in the zone here on the power play, but great job there by the Avalanche breaking up that carry and unbelievable work. This is why you got to win draws in your own zone. So look, 40 seconds has gone off the clock already because you lost a draw and you end up not being able to keep it in with Hedman back there. You lose all this time to step up. Aggressive stand up there by Colorado at the line. They are aggressively attacking them right here, stepping up easy, no problem. No problem here for the Avs. This is not the start you want. You're already a minute in. You've done no damage. And it's out again. You're Cooper. You're hot right now. You are not thrilled right now. Ends up putting Sergachev out. Power play line 2 here now. End up dumping it in out of frustration. Dump in works. Move the puck to that right side we're talking about here. Back up to Sergachev. They're just going to play simple pitch and catch here. Sergachev's a left shot, so he wants to move it to the right. Terrible shot by Sergachev. Absolutely no confidence in his game right now. Avs PK is that good right now. Sergachev moves it over to the right side. Like I said, they're going to take a slap shot out of anger. Love that one up. They're back. Great kill there by the Avs. That's offside. That's going to be offside. Well, that was a bad power play if you're the Bolts. That was a great penalty kill if you're the Avs. Mick, the reason I say that was the Avs on the kill is they were so aggressive at the line. They turned it over 3 times at the line. That's on the Killers. Looking like a Flyers power play for the Bolts. That's hilarious. Flyers jokes always welcome. Yeah, the turnovers, Gary, I totally agree. Oh, I am super hard on Sergachev this game. He's bad. Sometimes you get a player like just in your laser sights as a coach. You just see him do 2 or 3 wrong things, and that's all you end up seeing. Stands out a lot more for defensemen, because if defensemen can't make plays on the puck properly, oof, screw everything for your whole team up. Craving Chipotle right now. I wish we had a Chipotle in Canada. We don't. Elgin, he hasn't been a little bit of a baby. He's just been pouting because he can't make a play, and yet he keeps getting ice time, and he continues to pout. Another one draw by the Bolts, 10:57 left, and their defenseman can't hold it in. Splits the D, ends up leaving the zone. Just one of those games for the Bolts, and what a great game right now for the Avs. Making it look easy. Going to be interference? I think they got away with a little interference there. Again, I have no idea what interference is. No clue. Paul moves it over to Point. Point looks fast. That's a good thing to see as they go out. Mucho burrito. Yeah, we got burrito places here too, Habs. I just wish it was I don't know why. The brands got me. You're hoping Jesse Pool Party stays in Edmonton. I don't know what Edmonton's going to do with such a lack of cap space and the 3 guys they got to sign. Nichushkin, big turnover there, ends up pushing in on Vasi. Tampa is not done if they lose this game, Sterling. Not at all. If anything, this was a must-win for Colorado because you need to win at home when you have home ice advantage. You want to set that tone. When you're the visiting team, you just need to take one on the road, and it doesn't even have to be the first 2. You obviously don't want to get into a 2-0 hole, but Gary, you're modding both right now, Discord and here. That's pretty cool, man. Superstar. The Avs haven't lost on the road somehow. Well, if they don't lose on the road again, it looks like it might be a sweep. Be mind-blowing to see a sweep in this final, but also kind of cool. I've been talking about those stats on turnovers all stream, Gary. 20 turnovers against the Rangers, both 2 games they lost. Then they dialed it down to 6-1. No, it doesn't surprise me if they end up losing. Hopefully Cassian's on his way out there for you, Lance. Tampa's having trouble doing a lot, Sam. Hatfield, is that like the Hatfield and McCoys? Related? When was the last sweep in a final? Huh. That's a great question. Yeah, I always thought Zach was right. I thought it was any after you're down, it's any 4-0 after that. That's what I always thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, guys, just picking food here. Order of donuts. Post game. I don't know if you guys got a favorite donut or not. I definitely do. Boston cream all day. Absolutely the winner. And order placed. Gary is swearing over here. Yes, the Ducks did sweep the Stens. Very good. Very good. You called it. 98 Wings over the Caps. Those late 90s Wings were amazing. Amazing team. That is a long time ago, isn't it? Well, Sam, I'm sorry I asked it last time. It just like keeps going in my head because it's such a cool last name. I apologize. I should know better. Nice, stooge. I donuts. Bolts get the next goal? I'm going to say the Avs get the next goal. I think the Avs are just flying right now. Chocolate dipped honey crullers. I have not tried one. I will go try one now. Hi, Kayaks. Well, Sam, I'm glad it's funny for you. At least I know I'm consistent, right? Lance says the 2002 Red Wings were the best team on paper ever. Changed his mind. That 2020 Bolts team is up there. A couple of those Penguins teams are up there. The 2015 Blackhawks are up there. The Bismarck? What's the Bismarck again? And it's Taka, the bots again. Managing bots. I don't know. Worst. Okay, Colorado's ending up through the neutral zone here. Second half of this period to me has been all Colorado. Just speed through the zone. Hey, look, Sergachev. Almost with a cough up, but no cough up. See, Habs, it's hard for me to like qualify those 70s Habs teams, and it's not because they're not amazing. It's because the game was so different and I was not alive to watch it. And even when I try watching it today, I can't get through it. So it's hard to tell. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I'm too ignorant to be able to make the pick of a 70s team. Wow, what a play. Bolts end up scoring, and I am wrong. I thought it was going to be the Avs end up getting the next goal, but this is the Bolts. That was silky smooth, and they did that around Makar. They walked around Kale like he wasn't even there. What an incredible goal. Accidental block shot there by the Bolts ends up causing the turnover. Makar and Tays get crossed because they back into the zone too much, and an absolutely beautiful play by Kucherov. I was fairly certain that Makar was going to be able to shut him down, but I don't know if you guys noticed that cross. They left it to Kucherov. They attacked Devon Tays' side. They did not attack Makar's side, but they end up coming back and splitting the best two defensemen in the NHL right now as a pairing, and they made them look like kids. That's the first time I've seen Makar look human in 2 rounds. Kucherov is quite good. Gary says, Makar who? You were right, Ashton. You were right. Hagel's free. So who's got the next one there, Ashton? Makar was on the other side, but he was the side that got scored on, Mick. Plus, it was interesting to watch Cooch and Palat cross, and then Cooch went, I'm not going to Makar's side. I'm not crazy. Goal! Oh, my God. It's Mikhail Sergachev. I told you he's the greatest. Fuck. This is why Cooper keeps putting him out, but, like, God, you caused 2 goals, you go get a goal. Now he's pumped. You can almost see that, like, yeah, get it. Yes. Made up for my bad plays. Beautiful shot. Look at him, look at his bench. I did it. I love it. Vaselli. Yeah. I'm back. Tie game. Puck had eyes. Well, Gary, you ended up saying it. The Bolts are going to adjust between the first and the second, so big call out there. Oh, it's total feast or famine with Sergi. He's either causing a goal or getting a goal. Made a whole video on him in one of the breakdowns saying, this is what gives coaches gray hairs and no hair. Bruh, tried to tell him, Vo says. Bruh. My favorite. Bruh. Well, the Bolts are quite the team. The Avs are a team too. We collect data and improve. You're right. I'm going to tell you, though, Vasi's confidence will come back very quick. Kemper's confidence will get shot very quick. I don't know if Kemper has the fortitude that Vasi does to stick into a tough game. Lance, is there lots of hockey left? Routine save, Noah says. These teams are going to make me stay up late, aren't they? They're going to score 6 apiece, 12 goals to break down. My goodness. Penalty? I feel that way, Ashtone. Like I feel Vasilevsky has nothing to prove in the NHL. He is playing. It's Vasilevsky versus himself. He knows it. He's there for his team, and I don't think he lets himself get rattled. I don't think he's worried about individual accolades or winning the game on his own. He's just worried about the next shot. And I think Kemper feels he has something to prove. And when you feel you have something to prove, you get very nervous. Very nervous. And you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you hold your stick a little tight and don't go great. Callie says Avalanche goalie stinks. Think McD was offside. 30-minute in adjustment. Paige, have I said hi to you yet? First time I'm seeing you there. I apologize. Did I say hi? It would be hilarious if there were more goals per game than average than the Oilers. That would be funny. Vasilevsky has the tendency to let in 5 or 6 at a time. I will always talk smack about a D-man that is playing bad. Remember, he's still -1, so he may have scored, but he caused 2, so he's still 1 down. I don't know if the Bolts are in Kemper's head yet or if Kemper's in Kemper's head. I feel like as a goalie, Mick, you're going to have to tell me this. You're a soccer goalie, I know, but I think all goalies feel the same pressure. Once you get a bunch scored in on you, do you get in your own head or does the other team get in your head? They're showing the highlight now of that key drop pass between Palat and Kucherov. That was just beautiful. Just beautiful. This is why you can't back in 2-on-2. You back in, you get crossed, you get beat. I think it's the same with hockey goalies, Mick. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. Class is always coming out in the NHL, eh? Yeah, please join the Discord, guys. If you haven't thrown a like on the video, please go ahead, throw a like on the video. Yeah, Kemper's been in Kemper's head since the eye injury. If he feels different or his eye feels different, it's just going to be weird. Bullet says, this is the series he's been waiting for the past 2 years. Happy he got it. Yeah, absolutely. Best on best. No Cinderella story here. Two very good teams. I love Cinderella stories when they work out, but I feel like they only work out one every 1,000 times, and I'm making up that number. That's why they're Cinderella stories. So it's always exciting to see the up-and-coming team that maybe can beat the juggernaut, but it just doesn't feel like it happens. Go Habs go on this channel. He'll tell you. I bet against the Habs round 1, round 2, round 3. Then I gave up and I bet for the Habs against the Bolts. I said, YOLO, that's fine. You've got me 3 times. I'm going for you. And of course they lost. Bolts looking a lot crisper through the neutral zone now. Their passes look a lot flatter. Not as wobbling on the puck. A lot more puck confidence. A 3-on-2 here. McKinnon's going to do some damage as he goes to the net wide. Beautiful stand up there. Can't get that puck behind him to McKinnon. I'm agreeing with Gary here. Vasi's looking like he's getting in the Vasi zone. I don't know if that's a real thing. Vasi being in the zone reminds me of a zone of danger. Only there was a way to quantify or name being in a zone that is so dangerous. Just a short synopsis of 2 words to identify that. Avs fans are getting into it now with the big Let's Go Avs chants. That puck ends up going out of play. The Islanders goalie that got his neck cut and was never the same, became scared every time someone crashed the net. Yeah, if a skate cut my neck, I'd probably be done too. Absolutely done. Unbelievable to think a knife on a guy's foot ends up getting you. High school players, a point about mentality. Thanks, Mick. Help them in their schoolwork and on-field work. You're a good coach, my man. What's up, studio? J-Lock. Colorado can fly when they want to. Gonna take it right into the Vasi zone. I like that, Elgin. Other goalies, do you know have a crazy good poke check? Have you seen Ron Hextall? Mike Smith has a really good poke check too. Patrick Wall loved the poke check. Brodeur loved it. Basically, every elite goalie likes their poke check because you can't be elite in my mind without being an elite puck handler. And when you have puck handling confidence, you're going to have a good poke check. You're right, Habs. Cinderella had to go home at midnight. But after 3 rounds, I was just like, screw it. Bet on the Cinderella. It's also one of the reasons I picked the Oilers over the Avs. I remember getting bit 3 times by the Habs, and I was like, that's it. Not happening again. Igor is better. Bill Ranford. Wow. Breakaway Vasilevsky poke check again. No problem. Puck ends up going wide. The Avs look like they're in the zone. The problem is you're in the Vasi zone. Unbelievable job by Vasilevsky. Puck's going low to high. He's doing a good job tracking it. Moving the puck over here to Makar. Deadly, of course. Walks that line. Can't get it through. We've seen him score so many goals walking that line that way. Absolutely vicious, beautiful job here by the Avs, but they got to get something through. Bolts blocking shots like it's their job. They end up pushing Makar out of the zone. No problem. I don't know if that's offside. Hand pass. Okay. All right. Yeah, skates to the throat, Habs, they're scary. If you guys remind me, I'll tell you about, I've seen a couple vicious skate plays. They're not fun. You see them in person, they're even worse. They're a mess. Just a mess. That poke check. Poke check is legit. I gotta say, studio, if Igor gets 2 cups, then yeah, I'll put him in that category. He's a very good goalie. think we're spoiled with elite goaltenders right now in the NHL. Had some really good ones at the top. And now that we have Igor and Vasi, I'd be actually very scared for Team Canada to play against Team Russia with the goaltending trio of Igor, Vasi, and Bobrovsky. Obviously, Bobrovsky's not getting in. I'd be very interested to see who they'd start in an Olympic-style tournament if they'd start Vasilevsky or Shesterkin. Vasi's bulging eyes shot, just waiting for it. Beautiful block again there by Tampa Bay, that cross-ice pass by Colorado. Tampa Bay ends up making this 3-3. Their foot comes off the gas, or Colorado's pissed off, one or the other. But this has been all Colorado since the third goal there by Tampa. Other than the fact that Tampa is very controlled in their own zone, Vasilevsky looks good. And Tampa's just blocking shots. They love blocking shots. Look, Cernak's back on the bench dying from another block shot. Bolts fans, how many blocks does Cernak have where he's like dead? He had that one in the kidney that he left the game for, one off the heel. Ryan Lindgren and Eric Cernak have just been warriors, monsters, block shots this playoffs. Who's the future in net for the Olympics in Team Canada? Frick, I don't know. I'm hoping Mason Mackenzie Blackwood ends up working out. I really hope so for New Jersey. That would be lovely. Carter Hart got better this year, which is good. Like, our young goalies are, yeah. I mean, Darcy Kemper's in the conversation, which scares me so much. Lance, maybe that guy Tyler Brennan will end up getting through. Draft him to the Oilers. Make Team Canada win a cup. Hey, Renegade Man, what's going on, buddy? Flat and Cooch were definitely dancing around. Trippy lit, let's go Lightning. I saw Cernak get hit in the face twice in 5 minutes. Veteran presence, that's the term. Code for Goon'em. Code for Hook'em. Code for Hold'em. Big face-off in their own zone here right now. They got to close out this period. Easy win. Cernak ends up moving and doesn't move it out. Turnover on a half wall. This is going to be bad. Oof. The Bolts end up getting out of that one. Little flip over to Darcy Kemper, who just plays it out. Not only does Killorn trip him, but he waits for him to get up just to cross-check him. What a wiener play. I love it. Yeah, not cheering for either team, just I love wiener plays like that. I agree, Mick. He should get 4 for that, but he doesn't. It's the playoffs. The Bolts get away with everything. It's crazy. Oh, come on. Team Canada? Price. Price was amazing. Luongo? Very good. Nothing wrong with him. Canada always manages to ice an okay goalie. But you're right. Once Price leaves and Fleury leaves, I don't know who's left. Let's go ahead. Let's look it up. Let's see who we got here. Stats. Go to goalies. Because now you got me nervous here, Lance. You got me nervous about who our goalies are going to be. Oh, we got Jari. Jari's on the rise. I forgot about Jari. I mean, is he in the category of Vasilevsky, Hellebuck, Thatcher Demko, Igor Shesterkin? No way. Yeah. This is, so Jari, Hart. I guess Binnington would start tomorrow if we started. Chris Drieger. Oof, the state of Canadian goaltending is not where you want it to be. Aiden Hill, I forgot about. Lance, I forgot about Aiden Hill. So Mackenzie Blackwood and Aiden Hill could compete at some point. Aaron Dell's another guy that maybe. Not Ingram, not Picard. State of Canadian goaltending is not good. All right, I'll get back to the chat here. Yeah, I agree, Mick. If you call nothing on plays like that, you get more of it, and the NHL loves more of that for some reason. I don't know why they want to call the game this way. I want to see the game transition into pure speed and goal scoring, like watching the Oilers and the Avs and the score fest. That's what I want to see now, but the NHL just seems to think, you know, they're in this weird halfway tradition between the traditional game and this game. Mick, I don't know why I'm yelling at the ref. That's funny. Big hits by the Avs woke the Lightning up. Well, I think the Lightning wake the Lightning up. Canada seems to always have a good hockey team. If you play on Team Canada, you are elite. That's simple. I mean, if you go here and you look at forwards, this is why I like quant hockey. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but they got little flags on the players' names. You get clearly see. So, I mean, you take a look at Canada, McDavid, Huberdeau, Stamkos was a bubble player at one point. That's how gross it is. Mick says it's mostly just older guys. I don't think so. I don't think it's mostly just older guys. Mitch Marner. You would have had Kadri competing for a spot. McKinnon. Duchesne obviously doesn't make it. Crosby makes it no problem. Reinhart would probably make any other national team other than Canada. Same with Robert Thomas, makes any other national team other than Canada. John Tavares. Jordan Kyrou, maybe future Team Canada player. Mark Scheifele, bubble player. Maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't. Sorry, guys, just cleaning up the bot again. Gonzo. Nice bot action. Thank you. Thank you. 3-3 was absolutely beautiful. Scotty E, Naked HD. North is asking my final score prediction. Oof. Whatever I predict is going to be wrong. So I feel like I'm giving the kiss of death to anybody. You got $50 and you want me to tell you who to put your money on? I would put it on Tampa because they're going to pay out more. That's the only reason. I'm not giving you any good advice other than when I gamble, I go for it all, and I bet Tampa's paying better, so I'd put it on Tampa. Please don't tell me $50 is your life savings. Somebody came to my channel and said they bet their life savings on my Oilers prediction, and they lost their house. I thought that was a funny joke. At least I hope it's a joke. Mick, the NHL can't decide on what it wants to be. MP40 submachine gun, nice bot action. Still too many turnovers by the Lightning, but they're in the game. No, Mick, I wasn't. I didn't forget Carey Price. We were talking about the young goalies once Price exits. Price maybe his time may be done. Hey, Nigel. No likes, all love. There goes the jinx. The only thing I wish here for Quant Hockey is that you could search by the flag. It'd be very, very cool. America is really coming on, though, in terms of players. Like down here, it's pretty cool. You can actually see the chart of where players are from. So, I mean, Canada still is 43% of the league. States have become dominant at 30%. It's only growing. For sure, this is only growing. Sweden, super large. Russia's really gotten smaller. 4.7. Sweden really taken over in there. Let's take a look at how old the age is. There you go. There's how old the NHL is right now. 25, 24, 25, 23. So basically 23 to 26 is the top one. Nigel, thanks for subscribing, my friend. The KHL is still a thing. The KHL stinks. They couldn't compete with the NHL. Not even close. Callie says they'll go wild if Tampa pulls this out. Tampa Bay is 4-0 when tied entering the third. Interesting. Very interesting stat. Whoa. Just looking at Hedman get sticks to the face. It's so funny to me. Guys hold their face. My God, sticks to the face. So I play beer league. I've worn a half visor now for 15 years of my life with no mouth guard because hardcore like that. 2 years ago, I decided this was stupid and I put the cage back on because I have a job. Hockey is so much more fun with a cage on. You're never worried about getting hit in the face. You're so much less angry. I don't know why guys want to take sticks to the face. KHL champion versus an NHL champion be cool. That'd be like an absolute Super Bowl. Hylock says it's going to be Colorado. I actually don't think a KHL team could compete in the NHL. I think they'd be dead last. They get blown out with the exception of what's the one that what's the big one that Datsuk and everybody played for? Kovalchuk. It's like the main one. SKA Moscow. They might not be last, but they wouldn't even make the top 15 in my opinion. Like if the Yotes go to the KHL, I think the Yotes run over it. They run over the league. Yeah, I don't even know why you'd have to make a cage at the bottom of a half visor. You just do a full one. Benjamin saying the Avs are stealing it by a tip-in. I love it. Lance, are you surprised by hockey players within province? Ontario takes half. Quebec only 13%. Alberta growing like crazy. 11% from Alberta. I also love this one. These are NHL players by draft round 1 and 2. Then you take a look at NHL players here from round 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Basically, with the exception of 7, 3 to 6, all picks are worth the same. If it was me, hot take, I'd only do the NHL draft as 2 rounds than sign free agents. I love SK. Pick it up. Pick it up. Real big fish. Yeah. That was from the Players Tribune, wasn't it? Hey, man, you can say you doubt they run it over, but to me, you follow the money, and the big money is in the NHL. Like, let's see here if we can find KHL salaries. Full press hockey. Top player salaries. Here you go. There is no way. I always believe people follow the money mix. So here's your top money paid in the KHL. It's league minimum in the NHL. Like if they could play in the NHL, they're going to the show. That's crazy. Let's see here. What's Hockey Zone going to tell us? Oh, you'd have to click the player. Don't care. So in 2016, probably before the ruble collapsed, that's in USD, Mick. So in 2016, before the rubles completely tanked, I mean, they were pretty much tanked post 2014. Kovalchuk was the highest played player at $5.5 million. Datsuk, 4.5. So you have a bunch of well-paid Russian superstars because Russians are going to put butts in the seats. And then look, like player 9 down is $1.5 million. And this is in 2016 before things got really bad. No one was staying in the KHL over the NHL. It wasn't a thing. My humble opinion. Could a D1 team beat a KHL team? No. No. I actually think a D1 team, well, they would beat some CHL teams, but it would be competitive, the CHL versus D1. So D1 has usually the spread for district, like for Division 1 in the NCAA is your top 3 to 5 players are like NHL caliber, ready to be drafted superstars. Then your next 5 players are possible draft picks or maybe play a little bit like a Brandon Tanev and make the NHL later. And then your next 5 to 10 players are just going to be fill-in guys that end up like you're on a 2-4 scholarship and you're kicked out for the next guy on a 2-4 scholarship. So that's kind of how D1 ends up breaking out. I mean, I don't know if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it here on Hockey DB. They used to have somewhere here on Hockey DB the ability, see if we can find the draft here to see where players come from. Draft by source team. Here we go. We found it. Zoom in. So Major Junior is the CHL only. So this is where players come from. This is how your NHL draft picks work out. So this is why you hear me plug on the channel all the time. The CHL is the best development league in the world. Not close. It's a hard stop. Major Junior contributes more NHL players than anybody. Even if you take college and university combined with US Junior A, this is the US National Development Program. This is the USHL. So you add these together and it's 2,000 versus 63. Canadian Junior A, which is our secondary league, still produces 461. So I mean it's crazy. And if you click Major Junior here, or it doesn't load, one or the other. That's most D1 sports lineups, though. Yeah, I know, but it's just, I don't know. When I think of the pros, like the KHL, they're going to be pretty good. So, see, the only way I see like the KHL or like a European league competing with the NHL is the NHL would have to buy it and then allow those European and Russian players to make just as much money over there, and then have the two continents play each other for the Stanley Cup. But I mean, we know in the first 10 years, it would be very similar to the NFL and the AFL, where it would be really lopsided to one side for a while, and then it would start balancing out over the years. Yeah, ice size is a huge factor. I wouldn't see them playing on the big ice. I would only see them playing on the small ice. I don't ever see the NHL going to big ice now. I used to be a big fan of big ice, and the more I got into understanding big ice, the more I don't like it. A boring game. It's a much more contained game. Let's see if I can find it. Ice first. Hockey. See if we can find one here, team. There we go. Reddit's going to help us. There you go. There's the double IHF. There's the North American. So it's always a big difference. I mean, you can see the dots are actually in the same spot, but the key is that when you're playing big ice, you're keeping all your defenders within the dots. So all your defenders are going to play here, and you're never really going to leave the dots to pressure because there's just too much space over here. You're not going to leave to pressure on the wall. You're not going to worry about things like puck support. You're going to try to cover those cross ice passes, very similar to what a penalty kill would do. And then on the small ice, because you're obviously going to defend the dots on small ice, you're trying to actually cut the ice in half because the ice is small enough to cut in half. So your hope is that you're going to play defense in a zone this big, and you're going to pinch them off in the boards, and you can get a lot more aggressive and create turnovers that way. So I used to think the big ice would open up the game. You'd get more skill, but all you actually end up getting is the offense on the outside here in this big horseshoe. And they just do a lot of passing and a lot of skating around here. And it's a very boring game because they're trying to work the puck into the center of the ice for the single shot they can get. So not a fan of it anymore. I don't think the NHL can expand to England, Mick. Like, I think London makes sense for football. Football is the only team that can expand internationally because you could send an NFL team to London to play 2 games back to back, and London to America to play 2 games back to back, like 2 weeks in a row. I don't understand how, with the NHL's insanity of a schedule, that you could get 82 games in the travel that way. Scotty says he doesn't expect to be tied going in. Yeah, Mick gets it. You expand the field of play, but you didn't expand the number of players. If you added a 6th player to it, it would be different. That's for sure. Head over to Game Center here. Looks like we're ready to go. Oh, the announcers in Canada are saying the irresistible force versus the immovable object. They just used the reference. Oh my God, puts it over the net. Unbelievable job there by Colton. The Avs, hot start to the period. Oh, Ross Colton, best baseball play, shortstop there. Ends up knocking it down. Chushkin powering his way in. Vasilevsky with the save. Sorry, gents, the doorbell is ringing. I will be right back. Back. Don't even know if I missed a puck drop, but didn't miss a goal. Bolts end up winning the draw in the D zone. Beautiful little flip out. That's what you want to do. Exit the zone. Don't cough it up. Nice forecheck there, but the puck ends up back on Vasilevsky's stick, just as quick as it left. Vasilevsky with a beautiful breakout pass here. They're going to call icing on the goalie. Interesting call. By the definition, I guess it is. Yeah. The donut delivery I asked for came. Can't even blame the ice there. Thanks for dropping the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Colorado ends up moving it to the top there. Beautiful poke check again by Vasilevsky. Gary's on fire with that poke check, buddy. Cale Makar is still looking smooth as ever. Moves it over to his partner, Devon Tays, who leaves it for Nichushkin. Tampa Bay is back. Picks up that puck. Beautiful shot blocks there by Tampa. This is where technically, if you believe in the elevation thing, not saying elevation is fake, but if you believe the elevation affects the players, this is where Tampa should be feeling it. To me, it looks like Tampa's getting faster. I don't know if that was the right time for Tampa to change here. 18-18. They allow Colorado to enter their zone, no problem. I don't know if any of you guys got dogs at home, but you go get food from upstairs, the dog comes down and begs. Now sitting on my feet. Big save there by Vasilevsky in the slot there. Is that JT? Oh, it's Darren Helm. We have more likes and concurrent watchers. That's good. People came in, they dropped a like, they peaced out. Really nice diving save there by the Bolts on the replay. 18 minutes left exactly. I don't know if you guys are into judging jerseys, but I think I like the white jerseys for Tampa better than their blues. Colorado, for sure, their reds are the way to go. I don't know, Avs fans, what's the color? It's not red, it's burgundy. Boom, Byram ends up putting a shot on net. Avs got it well covered. Vasilevsky again, boy, does he look dialed in, doesn't he? Not saying the Avs won't crack it, but this looks like a totally different Vasilevsky second half of the game. It's always the bots, Sam. It's always. Or the McCoys. Dastardly McCoys. Is that their official color, though, Gary? Burgundy? I remember I called the Bruins black and yellow, and they're like, it's gold! It's gold! I was like, that's gold? Whatever. Sure. It's officially gold, but looks pretty yellow to me. Ron Burgundy? White for Tampa's your favorite, Louise? That's fair. I really like the white for Tampa. They're never going to be able to get rid of these jerseys with all the Stanley Cups they're winning. Hey, if you become a dynasty like this and you change your jersey, I feel like that's blasphemy. What's up, Josh? Might as well just seal the net with bricks. That's what it feels like. Well, you can't completely copy the Leafs jersey, but watching the Lightning play the Leafs, I was so confused night in and night out who was who. Like, I know the players weren't. I know Leafs fans weren't, but I was confused. As a guy that didn't obsessively watch both teams, I was like, who? And then when they switched from home to away, it took me a game to get used to it. I miss the Tampa Blacks. Burgundy is the official color. It's burgundy and blue. Okay, cool. Stadium Series were nice jerseys. A lot of great jerseys in the NHL. Too bad they're going to ruin them with advertisements. Brutal. I'm very salty about that, by the way. Canes Blacks are nice. I like the Canes Blacks jerseys. Hey, what's going on, Connor? The Bruins sued you for black and gold. Interesting. The Bruins also have full rights on any Bear logo in the NHL. The Bruins owner is a top 2 most powerful owner in the NHL. He has a lot of sway over the league. Yeah, Lance, I know they changed it from the Dynasty many times, but they never should have. They just left it. The Mike Richter Bauer, the goalie, the Bauer Nike goalie commercials were some of the greatest pieces of art ever written. Ever written. They were amazing. Nike's first year of commercial making, unbelievable. It came out, I think, at the same time as the Glow Puck did. So the Glow Puck sucked, but Nike was awesome. Yeah, I like when cities have matching jerseys, like the Pirates, the Steelers, and the Penguins. think every city should just match their colors. That's a trip. Nope. Nope. Not going to call a trip. Called it on Cirelli. Not going to call it on the Avs. Interesting. Thanks, Connor. 6:24 a.m. Crazy. Yeah, the whistles are away, but I don't know. If you're going to call a cheap trip at one point in the period, you got to stay consistent. But nope. That's the NHL referees. We'll change it as we go. I feel if the Avs score, like, you got to gripe if you're a Bolts fan. I won't give you the ability to gripe because I don't think you should leave the game in the hands of the refs, but you got to gripe. You can write a strongly worded letter to the NHL. No one, error 404. Game's a lot more open now. It's moving through the neutral zone quite quickly. I haven't seen much of Nick Paul since his goal, actually. Not that he's not playing, just haven't noticed them. Johnson and Johnson. The baby guys are together. Wow, what a nice back check by the Bolts to take away that shot. Who else is it? Braden Point, best back checker in the league. And he goes down. That's a stick to the mouth. Oof. No blood. 2 minutes. Bolts look very awake now. I think this is a 50-50 game. Unbelievable. Vasi stops this with the blocker. What an, like, I'm just watching this replay. Great job. Braden Point's back checking cannot be understated. Not just that play, but he is, like, I think he's the best back checker in the league. This is why he gets $9.5 million. Another Team Canada player. Well, we'll see if the Bolts power play can do something because it's been junk the first two. Avs have had a great kill. This end up turning it around. To win the draw, it doesn't leave the zone. Big shot there by Cooch. Huge save by Kemper. Huge. Might have been a phantom high stick, Jess. I don't know. Cooch is so fast. Oh, terrible giveaway again by the Bolts. Beautiful exit by the Avs. 30 seconds gone. One big shot on net. What's up, Mr. Cool? Beautiful job there by the Bolts, keeping it in on the line. See if they can end up settling it down. Cooch! Why are you just shooting? Take your time, kid. Clears it. They move it back down to Cooch here. Cooch just got to be more patient with the puck. Good shooter, just patience, Cooch. Let him set it up. Mikhail ends up putting the puck towards the net. He's still -1, by the way. Still owes his team a goal. Cooch, turnover again. Cooch is struggling on that wall. NHL refs be like, arrow 404. Studio says he thought it was Strome taking the shot. Giveaway by Point at the wall. Vasilevsky's going to play it. Nice. Vasilevsky dekes him. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Well, now that the Bolts didn't score again, I think the Avs might end up putting this one in. See if we get a repeat. Last time the Bolts failed to convert on the power play, the Avs ended up making them pay after. Great kill by the Avs. This wasn't supposed to be the narrative of the game. Avs kill is supposed to be bad. It's not. It's great. But as Lance said, are the Bolts so on the power play? They didn't look great. Oh, yeah, Tampa's power play is terrible, Luis. Starts with Kucherov. He's just bad decisions on the power play this time. He's usually a wizard, like Chris Jericho, the wizard. Nice third line in here. Good job by Belmar getting it in. Hagel's going to forecheck like crazy. Makar looks uncomfortable this game. Big hit, though. Offensive hit by Makar there. But Makar's the one that ends up getting tangled and going down. Hey, Robert. The Pirates was an improvement over the Pollard Blues. I agree. I just like that Pittsburgh is all black and gold. They're black and yellow. I don't know if Tampa should be concerned about their power play yet. I mean, I just think the players aren't executing well. I don't know if that's like, are you really going to take Kucherov and Hedman off the first unit, right? Here we go, 2-on-1. Really nice zone out job there, but done by Devon Tays. Not allowing Tampa to get anything going at the line there. Nice job, ends up putting it in on the net. Vasilevsky stops it behind breakout. All right, 10 minutes left, team. Where are we going? What's everybody's prediction now that we got 10 minutes left in this game? What a huge hit, Makar on Hagel. Hagel's such a little guy, though. Yeah, I agree, Elgin. It's Cooch being cold. No question about it. Makar's lucky he didn't get called for interference there. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to call that in the third, though. Get something good to snack on, Mick. Trippy Lit says Tampa comes through. Cam. Tampa likes to steal these types of games. Mick says 0% chance. Hey, Ronald. Bassey crushes the last 10. All the Tampa fans are in. Maybe the Avs fans dipped out. There was a lot of Avs fans to start this stream. I think maybe they dipped. Tampa fans stuck with it. Thanks for all the likes on the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Ronald says a last-minute goal by the Bolts. Something in the last end. Interesting. Hey, Josh, you're still here. Just been a little quiet because of the little bit of the comeback, or 81 ECM. There we go. Now we got the Avs guys showing up. 2 of them in there. The Avs fans sing Blink 182. All the small things. Somebody explain this to me. My favorite band ever. I've been in prayer. Nice, Josh. Well, Avs fans, explain to me the Blink 182 singing. That sounded like this happens a lot. Oh, yeah. Cooch always bounces back, Bullet. He has good games and bad games. Even his bad games are still pretty good, let's be honest. Every game, eh, Sam? What homework are you doing right now with her? What subject? Third period tradition. Interesting. Hypes up the fans. So, do they put the lyrics up on the scoreboard, or did people just figure it out? We got one OT call here. Oh, McKinnon might say no OT today, baby. But Vasilevsky says not today. The DJ plays it midway through. Interesting. All 81 ECM, I love math. When I found out that they were doing addition and subtraction right to left, same with multiplication and dividing as opposed to up and down, I was like, I don't understand. Sum 41 is not better than Blink. You keep your tongue to yourself, Lance. Nice. I hope you're making it fun, 81 ECM. Making homework fun is good. Oh, there's a Top Gun commercial on TV right now. I don't know if you guys have seen Top Gun, but what a great movie. 11 out of 10. I don't know if anyone else here has seen Top Gun, but it is, that'll get you jacked up fast. Is this the second commercial break we've had this period? I think this is it, right? Or is this the first commercial break? You're losing it. Hey, you can like Sum 41 all you want, Lance. They're great. Gary's loving the game. Gary Bass follows in. Yeah, Tom Cruise is a weird guy. I don't care if actors are weird. I just want them to be good in the movies I want to watch. Whatever they do in their personal life, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys follow celebrities. I don't really care. They say never meet your heroes. Don't worship anybody. Athlete, movie person. You'll never be disappointed. Oh, the bots are back. Ross Colton with the winner. Change your mind. I don't want to change your mind. I think that's a fine prediction. He's done it before. He can do it again. Yeah, the home of Scientology. Trippy, you got to go see Top Gun in the theater. That good. Need to hear the sound. Bad Religion was good. Right, we're back. 8:41 left. Neutral zone play. Easy exit by the Avs. Hearing a "We Want the Cup" chant? A little early for that. I get it, though. You've waited a long time to make that. Tampa Bay putting life and limb on the line to block the shots. It ends up working out. Shot count 33-20 right now. Banana sandwich. Hayes and OT. Anthony P is saying, what's going on, Anthony? You just getting in? Like in the chat here? The Avs lose the game after being up 3-1. That's bad for them. I was saying this in the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. If you like chatting here, we're chatting all the time. Really fun Discord, especially if you like memes. But I had said in the Discord, I think if the Bolts take game one, it's going to be their series. But if the Avs take game one, that's what's supposed to happen. So, well, welcome, Anthony. Thanks for coming in. I just was making sure I didn't miss you on the last one, buddy. You may have been late to the stream, but the bots have been here the whole time. Bots. Oh, we've got 6 minutes left, so it's getting closer and closer. Well, fun fact, if you'd like to see Corsi for each team, why don't I give you a preview? We can actually pull it up right now, live. Look at that Avalanche Corsi, 55-45. High danger chances are 9-7. Avalanche expected goals 2.19 versus only 1 for the Lightning. Ugh. Fenwick way higher for the Avs. Why is Fenwick higher? Because you don't account for blocked shots in Fenwick. So teams that block a lot of shots, Fenwick overinflates. Why I like Corsi better. I think Fenwick is cute. If you Bolts figure out in the first game you have a serious problem for the rest of the series, you might. Mick, you are right. Bolts sub 30 shots. This is Bolts hockey. Ride Vasilevsky, veteran presence. Or when you need. This could have been the Bolts game if they would have scored on the power play. If they lose this game, if the Bolts lose this game, it's because the power play couldn't click. Always stack the line. Mikko Rantanen, Landeskog, and McKinnon are together. If they win, it works out great. I don't know if I always agree with the line stacking like this when you got guys like Nichushkin playing so hot. I think as a coach that sends the message that, yes, these are my 3 best guys, but no matter how good you play, the ice time's going to those 3. So I would have left it if I was Bednar, but he's an NHL coach. I am not. Meaning he's right. Tampa Bay buzzing right now. The interesting difference between the Avs and Tampa Bay is how the Avs can get shots on the net at will that Tampa has to block. Tampa plays with a lot of zone control and doesn't just throw pucks at the net. I don't know if that's a good thing. You're right. Coop can make that adjustment, Ronald. We were just talking about not enough OT, so maybe we're going to get bonus puck here. Mick saying it's the Avs 5v5 game that's going to take it. Maroon for the game-winning goal. Interesting. Subscriber-only comment mode. I might have to do that, I guess. Like anybody else being able to jump in. You're right. I might be able to do that. That'll keep the bots out. I appreciate that suggestion. Has McKinnon been quiet or Cirelli shut him down? I don't know what that was. That was a terrible offside by Tampa. Love Ross Colton. Ross Colton's the future of Tampa Bay. Colton Hagel and Nick Paul. Well, I don't even know if Nick Paul signed in, but Hagel and Colton are definitely the future. Vasi game-winning goal. Get out of here. Well, I guess we answered the question of did we have 2 TV timeouts yet, because we're here now. It's interesting how so many small players like Ross Colton and Hagel have just been effective. Subscribers since 5 minutes, so even new people can get in if they sub and wait 5 minutes. That makes sense. I'll take a look at that, Zombie. I don't do a ton of streaming, so I didn't know that. I appreciate you letting me know that. Crippy likes that. Yeah, Paul is going to be hard to keep. Tampa Bay has the ability to keep a lot of players, though. That tax bracket is advantageous, let's say. Cooch will have an assist on the game winner. I love it. Oh, yeah. Of course you like Paul, though. He does play with a lot of heart. The question is, what's he going to get for a contract? Everybody loves the heart guy until the heart guy costs too much. Right? You can justify the big money for certain players, but as soon as guys get paid, it changes. I loved Brandon Tanev for league minimum, too. Then he signed a 6-year deal with the Penguins. And I was like, yeah, take him. Not good enough. Kemper's really settled into this game, though. I'll give Kemper credit. He's played good. Only 20 shots, but he's doing his job. All he's got to do is get him close. Yeah, guys take pay cuts for the winning capability of Tampa. Also to live in Tampa. Tax breaks at Tampa. Sergachev, hey, if Sergey gets it, then he gets back to even. I don't know if I'll ever be a Sergey fan. Just don't like the style. Game looks slow now. You guys think we're at 3:23. Everyone's skating slow, cautious. Very strange for a no tie here, so Tampa's hotter than North Carolina? Thought you'd be used to the heat. Nashville, Dallas, Panthers all have similar tax breaks. They do. But when you can combine a winner with weather with taxes, interesting. Plus, it's pretty cool that you can play in Tampa, be a superstar hockey player, and probably walk down the street and not get noticed. Can't do that in Winnipeg and Edmonton. It's the humidity, Mick. Yeah, that's fair. I do not like Sergey. No, Ronald. I hate the way he plays his game. He frustrates me way too much. He doesn't play physical enough. Uses his stick too much. Glides too much. But then he does great things like that goal, and you're like, that's why you're on the team. So at no point am I arguing to cut Sergachev or bench him or anything like that, but like, he drives me nuts. Obviously a way better acquisition than Druin, so you won that trade all day. Two minutes left now in the game. Edmund ends up pinching in. Interesting. Old play with 2 minutes left. Like I was even just saying. Hey, Janet, how you doing? Tampa Bay's buzzing. Could this be it? Ooh, big block shot there by the Avs. Minute 35 left. Avs are going to exit their zone. Darren Helm, past series hero. Vasilevsky makes a routine save. And that puck is out over the glass by Patrick Maroon. Oh boy, the best power play is coming out. That look on Cooper's face says everything. Are you kidding? You put your fourth line out with 2 minutes left, and this is what you get. Well, Coops, I'm glad you trust them, but I would not have my fourth line out with that amount of time left in the game. I don't care who's on it. What a Maroon. Oh, you got there first, Jimmy. Nice job. Number one power play in the playoffs. Oof. Hey, you can't put the whistle away on that one. All loses draw to Landeskog. They get that stick to the center ice here. I don't think we're going to get a Tampa goal in the last minute here, fellas. Get an Avs one, though. Oh, McKinnon wanted it. Can't believe that puck didn't leave the zone. I thought they were going to blow it. Oh, McKinnon looks good on that wall. He wants it. I think McKinnon's putting this away. What a diving save. Life and limb in front of the pucks. Active sticks in the center ice. Clear it. Beautiful job there. Beautiful job. Number one goalie. He is not number one bullshit guy. He is number one goalie. Tampa shorthanded goal. I don't think so, Mick. Not on this Avs power play. Oh, is it going to be, though? Oh, a big stick on it. Oh, that'd have been funny, Mick. Eating my words. It's not going to be a shorty, and it is. So here's the question now. 39 seconds left. Did the Avs just make us wait? They just make us wait. Oof. So they could score 30 seconds in. Believe that didn't end up going in. Everyone's excited for extra hockey. How could you not be? All right, we're dummying the McDonald's donuts. That double glaze, it's the way to go. You should blame the altitude, Lance. Well, let's see where that course is at now. I feel like maybe they should just play overtime without the flood. Force them to play on the crap. Not excited for extra hockey on the PK. Well, if you weren't playing extra hockey, Gary, the game would be over and you would have lost. I don't know if they'd be undefeated, Jimmy, but I do think it matters. Like when I watch the Broncos play, everybody's always on the sideline with oxygen. McDonald's donuts are low-key fire. There's no question about it. There's no question. Look, they come in a tiny little package. Double glaze. They're amazing. My dog wants them right. It was an intense period. You have to have that confidence in Vasi. I mean, just take a look at this here. Shots just lopsided. Power play is unable to score. Nugget, sorry. What's going on, Janet? I mean, I did say McDonald's. Fish is not buying into altitude. He says, no way. 69 watching. Hilarious. Hilarious number. Doug Glatt. Well, Ronald Pat Maroon had said on the Pat McAfee show was the Patties. He didn't care. Thought it was fine. .30 seconds shrinks down to 20. You need to win the draw. Winning the draw is so huge. Blue Jackets in 4. Trippy, McDonald's doesn't have donuts where you're from? Donuts are a big deal for McDonald's in Canada. They promote them like crazy. Zeus, Tampa's got it. All right. All right. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Transfusions. Easy blood transfusions. Canada does love donuts. Donuts are so good. Excellent treat. Yeah, considering a lot of pro athletes train in altitude, it's got to be true to some point. Hey, what's going on, Regan? From the fire station. We don't get a call during OT. Tampa local. That's cool. Awesome being a fireman. That's cool. I hope you have no fires to put out tonight. Who do I think is going to win an OT? If the Avs can't score on their power play, I am going to go for the Bolts. I have no idea what cronuts are, Scrooge. Yeah, the Bolts have been practicing in it for 3 days. You're right. Timbits are okay. They're all right. Not as good as the actual donut. Kojak's traveling to Canada for the McDonald's donut. It's very good. And they're mini donuts. So they even they're like, here's 6 small donuts. Instead of eating 3 big donuts, we're going to give you 6 small ones. Tim Hortons is terrible, Gary. We all know Tim Hortons is terrible. It's like a branding thing. It used to be good, and then it got bought by Burger King, and then it got sold to a company in the Middle East. And it was trash ever since Burger King got it, and it got worse when the Middle Eastern company bought it. Hasn't been Canadian for quite some time. The only reason I go to Tim Hortons is convenience. Straight convenience. They're like McDonald's. They have a trillion locations. But I would take Starbucks over it all day. Jelly-filled donuts are good. I think McDonald's donuts are better than Tim's. My biggest takeaways so far is that Vasilevsky is as good as we thought. The Bolts haven't played against a goalie as good as Vasilevsky. Kemper was shaky, but Kemper was able to lock himself in the third, which was huge. I think that's a massive takeaway. And Cale Makar is human, and Kucherov has made him look human. Yeah, Gary, I feel like if you're not from Canada, you'll be able to clearly tell how bad Tim Hortons is. I think a lot of Canadians overvalue Tim Hortons. I think it's trash. Bieber is Canadian. That is true. If this game goes to triple OT, I got to go to bed, guys. I ain't closing it out. That's true. Tim Hortons is open 24/7. That's a big deal. Not a lot of things in Canada are 24/7. States, more things are. Canada, very few things. Walmart's no longer 24/7 up here in Winnipeg. The dog's very happy right now, getting donuts. You can probably not see her, but this is a dog. Oh, the coffee at Tim's. So fun fact, Tim Hortons gave up their exclusivity on a certain type of coffee bean that they had, and then McDonald's bought it. McDonald's is much better coffee than Tim's. Sun's up in Van. Are you in Vancouver, Janet? Lance gets it. It's tradition. Oh, David coming at us with the science. I like it. Volty. In Florida, everything is open 24/7. Yeah, barely anything here. NYC, everything closes at 9 p.m. That sounds like Winnipeg. Kadri is going to come out of nowhere, WWE style, last second and just score. Well, that's awesome. You got good weather out there, Janet. Love Vancouver. Yeah, locally owned coffee shops in Winnipeg are way better. Walmart was 24/7, Jess. It was for a minute, probably 10 years ago. They had 3 or 4 of them. The St. Vital one stopped at first. McPhillips had theirs for the longest time, so there was a couple. Elliot Friedman says he's going Killorn and Rantanen for his goals. Jacoby, how was sound production, buddy? I have been to Tampa. I've been to Miami. I've been to Tampa. I've driven through basically Miami, Orlando, Tampa, up into Georgia. I drove like 3 states. I stopped at all the high school football fields. You guys are crazy with your high school football fields. Blueberry donuts. We have sour cream donuts here made with sour cream instead of like milk, and it's way better. And they have a blueberry sour cream, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's 10:04 right now where I am, Mick. Braden Point doesn't have a shot on net in this game, huh? Ron McLean picks Corey Perry to score. Football is the hockey equivalent of the U.S. I agree. You guys love football, and it's great. I like American football better than I like Canadian football. It's not bad. I like Canadian football, but American football is better. What's going on, Dan? Lance loves the 3-down football. We got donuts, my man. You're late to the party. McDonald's donuts. See? Mick Cafe. Mick hates football, but likes football. Tampa Bay 3-peat. Australian rules football is the best football. Isn't that just rugby? I don't know, Mick. I mean, you're allowed to not think it's a good sport. That's fair. I think it's an amazing sport. I love the fact I don't know if I care about it being 17 games now. I like it better as 16, but I like that every game means something. Short season in the fall. This is an amazing game. 8890. Apparently, McDonald's donuts do not exist in the States. This is a Canadian thing. And what's even crazier, Dan? Look, they're mini. They're tiny donuts. Rugby's a good game, though. Texas is psycho about their high school football. They love it. Lance likes the rules of Canadian football better. I mean, the Canadian game is more open because of the bigger field. I feel if you put NFL players on a Canadian field, they would torch it. I heard, Lance, that McDonald's makes more money in Canada off coffee and donuts and the breakfast than they do anything else. Nothing else matters. Oh, Cinnabon in the US is so good. So good. McDonald's coffee, better than Tim's. McDonald's donuts versus Tim's donuts, both junk, but in a good way. We do not have Krispy Kreme in Winnipeg anywhere where I'm from. Lance, is there any Krispy Kreme in Edmonton? Joe says we're winning in the first minute of OT. What's going on, Joe? I appreciate all the assists you always give. I've had a Krispy Kreme donut. It was incredible. Krispy Kreme, did they go out of business, though? We do have poutine. Oh, McDonald's breakfast is legit. I have it probably way too many times in a week, Lance. I don't know if donuts will ever come to the States. Maybe Americans just don't like donuts. Canada loves coffee, donuts, breakfast sandwiches. It's why Wendy's never had breakfast here in Canada. They just got it. It's because they couldn't produce coffee well enough to do it. I wish I could send you the McDonald's donuts. They're pretty good. All right, here we go in OT. Yeah, if the Avs don't score on this power play, I'm gonna go Bolts. Well, Meg, I would love Krispy Kreme. I hear it's good. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Sugar glazed Krispy Kreme donuts. There are so many ads in hockey. Top left corner says Subway. The ice is painted. The helmets have it. Jesus. Like NASCAR. Avs end up winning the draw. They move it D to D. Big block by the Bolts. They end up getting it deep. One last rush here for Makar. They're going to have one chance to be dangerous. Don't think this is over. Makar is so fast. My goodness. Moves it over to McKinnon. Is McKinnon going to end it? Moves it back to Makar. Power play's over, but it is still trouble right now for the Bolts. Lightning are back, though. Can they get the change that they need? It's always interesting that they force teams in overtime. I don't know if you guys noticed this, to have the long change. They don't get the short change, so. Patty Maroon trying to score. Surprised he didn't get the hooking call there, but it's. Are they going to put it through? Is Maroon going to be the hero? Nope. Big save there by Kemper and the Avs. Really great job there by. Big goal. That is it. Good effort by the Bolts. The Avs end up taking it. Beautiful win there by the Bolts. Teams do get shortchanged on long changes, Stooge. Big win at home. Got to like the battle back from the Bolts, but big win at home for the Avs. You need to take those ones at home. Remember what I was saying? They were moving McKinnon, Landeskog, and Rantanen together, and then it ends up being Nichushkin that finishes it. Nope, Burakovsky, my bad. Thought it was Noosh. So far, we have not had any long overtimes this series. Hey, Joe, you're still here, buddy. Oh, Jess, you know better than to chirp my picks for the Bolts winning. Only one game. Absolutely, Vasi solid for game one. Looked like a beast. Nothing he's going to do to stop that last shot, but that's all right. Tampa had all the opportunities to win that. They didn't do it. All right, team. I'm going to go do the recap now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the recap one. Comment, like on it. Even if you watch this one, just go on there and drop the little thing to spread the love. And don't forget before you leave to throw the like up there. And I'll see you in the recap one. Give me about an hour. Later.